Just a bit over 2 weeks ago, the new Xiaomi flagship phone started its sales in China. It was discussed a lot before it's released, it was awaited by many Xiaomi fans, and there are actual Xiaomi fans by now. And after it was released on the MWC 2016 in Barcelona, Xiaomi was flooded with pre-sale. They sold 16 million pre-orders in less than 2 weeks. Technically, it's the most advanced phone yet. It has the latest Qualcomm processor and a top Sony camera sensor chip. These two are the main ingredients for a flagship, speed and picture. Today we'll review it and compare it to other monsters. Welcome to the new stage of Xiaomi. I'm Dmitro Voloshin. Hold on. The phone's body is super nice. It is round on the back and is changing its curvature to almost sharp as it reaches and vanishes into the front panel. It literally grips your hand, and in no way is it trying to escape as the bigger phones do. The front panel hosts the strategically sized 5.15-inch IPS screen with narrow edges, so narrow that in a black version of the body, screen seems to be totally flush with the edges. Because of this, the phone can have a large screen and not be too large itself. The screen is an IPS Full HD panel, which has a plenty large resolution. The colors are very good and true, and the picture is very good. The color reproduction is shifted to warm, as it is on the Mi 4 by the way, though you can adjust the screen colors in the menus. The viewing angles are perfect. Whichever way you tilt it, the image doesn't fade or invert. The maximum brightness is very good. The home button is mechanical and hosts the fingerprint scanner. The scanner has memory for 5 fingers. It works good and I have no complaint. It is instant. This scanner works better than any other scanner I have tried. The button can also be used for a sensor half press, for back or home, if you're used to such kind of a thing. To the sides of the home button, usual recent apps and back button. Long pressing these is customizable. Above the screen, the front-facing camera lens, the proximity and ambient light sensors, and the earpiece. Mi 5 has no memory card support but can hold 2 nano SIM cards, which is great for a flagship. The all-metal power and volume up and down keys are on their usual well-thought-through places. On the bottom, the phone has 2 symmetrical openings, the speaker and the microphone grill. The phone is charged and interfaced using the latest USB-C port. It finally got here. It can be inserted both ways, is USB 3.1 fast, and can charge the hell out of this phone. The 3.5mm mini jack port, noise-tackling microphone, and IR blaster openings are on the top. The back cover is made of glass and is not removable. There's also a 4GB exclusive version where the back cover is ceramic, though only in black. Regardless of this, the body is made perfectly. It is totally solid and feels as one-piece machine device. Finally, the camera and 2-tone flash are on the back. We will talk about this shortly. You can buy Mi 5 in 3 colors: black, white, and gold. And there is also an exclusive ceramic 4GB 128GB storage black version. The simpler modifications have 3GB of RAM and 32 or 64GB of flash. All the latest and greatest wireless interfaces are there, and the phone has finally got an NFC coil, and it works perfectly. Xiaomi have used the latest processor from Qualcomm, the Snapdragon 820. It is promised to be 30% more efficient compared to the 810. It has twice less cores, down to 4. But it is worlds more powerful. The Snapdragon 820 with Adreno 530 are the fastest combo yet by far. It is the first phone I see that passes Antutu 6 with no frames skipped. After running the tests, we see that it gets more than 113,000 points, which is way ahead of all other phones, period. The power is abundant, but we all know that no matter how much you have, you will be able to use it, load it, and appreciate it. The faster it runs, the more pleasant it is to use. There is no reason to worry about this phone's speed for the next few years, that is for sure. Even the 3GB version has plenty enough RAM for today's large apps in the background. Mi 5 uses the MIUI 7 shell built on top of Android 6.0, first time for Xiaomi. We have seen how this processor has won the benchmark. Essentially, can we even doubt the gaming performance? It is perfect and fast. No game can lag or hiccup. What's nice is that it doesn't get hot no matter what I've played. The games seem not to use all of its efficient power. The camera on this phone is something to write home about. It is 16 megapixels and the promises were fulfilled. Pictures are amazing. Thanks to the 4-axis stabilization and face-detecting autofocus, the detail and sharpness on the pictures is within the best cameras in phones yet. It is better than the Bit and Fruit most recent camera and on par with the other one. It takes better pictures even in the auto mode. The camera, except for the setting ISO, exposure and the other settings, can now also turn the HDR automatically if needed. Video is ridiculously stable. The optical stabilizer works together with the electric one. No matter how you shake it bites into the image and stays stunningly stable. Finally, stabilization is fully supported in 4K. The front camera is even more surprising. It has seemingly few megapixels, just 4, but what the quality. Pictures are bright and crisp. This is the best selfie camera I have ever seen. Separate praise goes to the sound. It is very good. The volume is excessive and is more of that of a tablet. It is enough to be louder than the Subway. The sound is very clear and the phone is suitable to use as a hi-fi player. It also has the usual Xiaomi headphone selection menu and the hardware equalizers built in. Mi 5 has a 3000 mAh battery, which is quite big, but more would be nice. The phone has a usual flagship 1 full day lifespan. Load it completely and it will not live the full day. But the amount of things you will manage to do if you will manage to load it fully is ridiculously large. The USB Type-C charger supports Quick Charge 3.0 and is very fast. It has that new 12-volt 1A charging power. Full charge takes 81 minutes and it takes just 30 minutes to charge it to 60% and whopping 5 minutes to use the phone for 2 to 3 hours on that 5-minute charge. I have to admit that even if I wanted to spot some issues with it, I would fail. The phone is very close to what I would consider perfect, which explains its huge popularity right from the very start. It has durable and well-made, yet very beautiful body, a perfect screen, fast as got so far and an excellent camera. And all of this beauty and perfection is cheaper by half. The only complaint I can imagine is the battery life, but it's on par with the others and the body of the phone is totally worth it. This was the latest Xiaomi flagship, the Mi 5, and I, Dmitro Voloshin, reviewed it for you. Subscribe once and you will never miss new Xiaomi stuff. Have a good luck.